For those of you who are just getting to know us,
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.com,
home of Zen Ed Academy. We built Zen Rose Garden in 2008 to help people through some of the hardest traumas and emotional upsets of life. We've been doing that consistently since then.
So we are locked and loaded for you guys, bringing that hashtag Vegas Strong. Don't even have to do the hashtag to say hashtag anymore. But we got you.
Yes.
We got you. But let's get started. I'm going to put Yoda over here. He can hang out in the background.
Yes.
Well, I want to shout out our Vegas peeps real quick because you guys are out there and we're in here. Well, you're in there and we're in here and we're all together in Vegas. But keep it mobster because we're in Vegas. Self-quarantine like it's prohibition and you got to guard the booze, baby.
If you have cards, get ready to drop it now. If you don't have cards, pick one out of the imaginary tarot deck in your head and drop it in the comments.
So while you were shuffling and dropping your card, I want to tell you my philosophy, self-reliance. If you give someone a bacon-wrapped date with almond and a drizzle of sweet honey soy sauce on the top, they're always going to be showing up at your door asking you to make it for them. I know how to get what I want. Just hint and he'll get it. So, but if you teach a person to plant an almond tree, collect their own honey, and how to use a toothpick to put it all together, all your friends will be chefs and all your dinners will be way bougier. That's just my version of teach a man to fish.
Teach a man to almond wrap dates.
Like girls can fish too. So teach a person to fish.
Which tarot card fits your day today? Drop it in the comments.
But tell us what you think your card means to you. We'll drop some insight in a minute. First impulse, after I do the collective cards, I'll take a look, see what you got for today. We want to get you to trust your intuition. And that's our job as teachers, other than teaching you specifics, but to help you be the best badass reader that you can be. When something goes down, you can trust yourself and use your cards to go around yourself.
And to calm and chill.
Yeah.
CTFO. Now, let's drop the collective card of the day. So Yoda says, card of the day is
the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, we love this in its upright position. In its upside down position, it's a little problematic for us. And literally, the 10 of Pentacles upside down can mean a ruined economy. or an economy in distress, or the loss of your family's fortune, or something like that. So I'm like, okay, we definitely need a qualifier for the reverse 10 of Pentacles.
Because it looks like all the coins are falling down.
Yeah. So the 10 of Pentacles upright means you're good, you're chill, you're hanging out, you've got disposable income, your personal economy is fine, the outside economy is fine. This is showing that we have a little bit of distress. So I'm like, let's pull a qualifying card so we have a little more clarity.
And apparently David is a little bit inverted today.
Oh, he definitely.
Thank you, Enoch. Qualifier.
Qualifying card for the reverse 10 of Pentacles. I pulled the Queen of Cups upright. The Queen of Cups upright. Thank goodness she wasn't upside down, because upside down, she's a whiny bitch. Right side up, the Queen of Cups. We like her, right? She's about vision. She's about not just visioning. She's about
Nacho's visioning. Did you hear that?
You not talk so much. The Queen of Cups upright is about, she's visioning something in the cup, right? She's like divining something in the cup. She's about dreams. She's all loving. She's always got the right advice. She looks inside. But there's the important part about the Queen of Cups is she does take action on her dreams. So I think this coming up next to the reverse 10 of Pentacles is about, yes, it's a shit show. Yes, economy is going to change, and economy is especially different right now. Things are changing. Things might change for your business. You might start thinking about different businesses, different ways that, well, what if this goes on longer than we think? What if I need to change everything? So the Queen,
or your same business in a different format.
So the Queen of Cups kind of tells you, chill out. It's change. We can move through this because she's about water, right? The cups is about water. It's about flowing in and out. Yes, it's kind of, but you can flow in and out of it. You can take that dream. It's time to vision. It's time to look within. So it's about you accessing your internal Queen of Cups to look at what's happening and what it's showing you from a space of neutrality. Is it showing you opportunity, or are you freaking out about it? So keep moving in and thinking about it, but also keep moving out. It's sort of like she's kind of a yin yang. You can see the water kind of flowing in and out towards her and away from her. So it's about action, but it's about dreaming. So it's not just about going inside and not taking part. It's about, what's my dream? Does my dream work? Let's make it work. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So Rebecca says, I got her yesterday in my card pull. There you go. We've had so many synchronicities of people pulling the same card, or a card that we just pulled the other day, like yesterday.
I love that.
Is it time for it?
Well, I have a rant today because we've been talking about tarot a lot. And I was like, I have a rant. Can I rant?
Okay.
Because I've been locked up in the house. But I'm going to rant for a second. Can I talk for a minute about tarot and the way that I see some people teaching it these days?
Talk tarot, Shima.
So in a word, it can get lazy. Okay, I'm just going to put this out there. So I never planned on teaching tarot myself, even though I've studied it for over 30 years and I'm super nerdy about it.
Right.
But here's the thing. I think that because the way it is taught in the past maybe 20 years or so, about 80% of people think they're reading the true tarot, but are really just doing intuitive psychic readings with pictures and a few general tarot meanings thrown in. Yoda's just doing his dance. But don't get me wrong, you need that too. Okay, so don't get me wrong. You need the intuition along with it, but it's like a toggle back and forth, right? So it's like making a cake with just the sugar and the eggs, but you need to keep folding in the flour until you get the right consistency. So tarot is not just about intuition. It's about philosophy and intelligence. And you go back and forth with those two things and you become a badass reader. But so much this day, I see people relying, just the more you use the cards and are just intuitive and rely on the pictures, you know, the more better you're going to get better at psychic readings and intuitive readings, but maybe not the true philosophy of tarot. So that's why when I finally looked around about what's the next series we're going to teach on Zen Ed Academy, I kind of shied away from tarot because of all the bullshit that's out there. And I went, I love tarot. And I'm like, if we're going to do that, I might step on a few toes about the way people have learned it the last 20 years. Because a lot of the old school teachers that I learned from are not around anymore. And most of them have never taught online. So tarot, it's my personal pet name for tarot, apparently. Tarot is kind of, when you get down to it, a serious nerd fest when you get into the philosophy of it. So I'm like, yeah, it's time. And that's why we're just kind of geeking out. I think it's the not knowing, because the way they taught it in the old school is a lot more brainiac. Your intuition and your psychic ability unfolds as you create neural pathways for that. So it's like the tarot is very complex, and it grows new pathways in your brain,
literally,
which opens up the intuition and the psychic. It all kind of flows together. But
that's how we teach, is the brain, the psychology, and the magic and the intuition. Because you can't really have one without the other if you're going to be a badass reader or a badass psychic or intuitive or any of that.
Well, magic is science and science is magic, and there's a way to unravel all of it. And it's all pretty amazing to me. And it's kind of been a lifelong quest of how it all works and how can I help people do their stuff.
Hashtag get your rant on.
Hell yeah. Well, I just had to rant today because I've been trapped in the house without, a trip
adult supervision, or
without adulting, like going out.
Learn to read in 2 hours. Yeah, I call bullshit. So Cheryl, I'm going to clarify that for a moment. We have our Easy Intuitive Tarot, where we tell you that you can learn to read in 3 hours. Okay, in as little as 3 hours, you can actually learn how to read very effectively. But we're talking about intuitive tarot. Okay, learning to read tarot takes way more than 3 hours, absolutely. But you can learn to read intuitively in 30 seconds.
Well, here's the thing. You can start reading tarot right away. And I think if you have a teacher that teaches you how to read tarot right away in the first lesson, you can start reading tarot from lesson 1. You can just start, but you have to have the right pieces to practice.
Yes.
It's not just about the pictures and the colors and the numbers. It's about building the technique along with your intuition, and it grows together, and it's a stronger foundation.
Right. And I want to rant for do my own rant for a moment.
What did I start?
Because when you focus specifically as a tarot teacher, when you focus specifically on throw the learning away throw the book away. You don't need the book. Just learn how to read from your heart, and that's it. Come on.
Then you're just doing intuitive readings.
Right.
It's
You're not
really
doing tarot.
It's not tarot.
You're not doing the depths of tarot. That's my little rant. So now
tarot and oracle cards are different things.
Yes.
Like you can do a purely oracle card type reading from the tarot.
With tarot decks.
With
right.
tarot decks, you can do a pure intuitive whatever, but it may not be the true story of the tarot itself and how it interweaves, because it interweaves like a very complex system. And oh my gosh, the more you learn, the more you want to learn. So
yeah, and there really is no bottom to learning tarot, because it becomes a lifestyle and it becomes a way to evolve throughout life.
It becomes a language. Sometimes I think in tarot it's really,
and language is a virus.
So let's
So
stop our rant and let's get on
now
to
it's time, Rebecca. So the moon, let's talk about the moon before we wrap things up. Let's talk a little bit about the moon.
The moon is one of the alchemical cards specifically in the tarot. And it's really about shadows coming up, right? It's about looking at the shadows that are coming from the deep and just processing them. But in a more gentle way than maybe the devil or the moon or the tower, or the death card. It's sort of take time and sit with those shadows and flow in and out of them. Don't freak out and make them bigger than they are. The moon card could be more subtle layers of your shadows coming up, which I don't know about you, but I got subtle ones and I got big ones coming up. So.
And less than subtle ones, like all up in your face.
It's about the feels.
All right. So we do want to take a quick moment to tell you about our online community where our Zen heads hang out and where we, as of a couple of years ago, teach all of our courses, including our comprehensive tarot course.
So here it is. Zen Ed Academy was an idea that grew out of our love of teaching workshops here in Las Vegas for the past 12 years. We saw change coming in the online space and we decided to create something more. So we opened our online school 2 years ago, where now we have a tribe of powerhouse healers around the globe who connect on the daily, learn and improve their skills 24 hours a day.
They are our wild, crazy bunch, 365 days a year. And caution, there may be shenanigans.
Zen Ed Academy is a fully operational healing center that fits in the palm of your hand. It didn't just happen overnight. We've been improving it and finessing it for a while now. It's not just a one-off pop-up class. It's gone when it's done, like learn to make a crystal grid or stuff you can just grab for free on Google or YouTube.
Right.
But meaningful courses with information you can't find on Google or YouTube.
And if you want in, we have made it easy to access not just one class, but over 16 seriously deep PhD-backed courses to binge on to your heart's content on your time, in your time zone.
It's bingeable. So plus all the lifetime replays, we've always got those available to you.
Yep. And make sure that you check out the link in the description.
That's what I got to say for today. That's it.
If you liked this video,
hit the like button.
Hit it. If you want to see more videos like this,
hit that like button.
And spank the bell to turn notifications on.
Be sure to subscribe.
Drop a new video or go live. And now it's time to check out these videos here and here and here and here and here and here. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Oh my God. I can't with him.